Hey, I'm just making this video real quick because I just finished Baldur's Gate 3 this week. And I've been making a few other videos, but I feel like these are so important for people going in, and it's going to help drastically with everyone's first playthrough, second playthrough, whatever. Um, 4 tips. Number one, long rest more. Because in this game, the difference between going into a fight with everything when you're long rested versus short rested, like how many fights have you went into when your healer had no heals, right? And you're just whacking stuff, and the fight is so hard, or your wizard doesn't have any spells. Because at the end of the game, you're gonna have so many resources by the end of everything. Like, oh, shift doesn't work here. Wow, I thought I could just shift with this, but yeah, look, this is just like a bit of my supplies. Yeah, I tallied it earlier. I think there's like 800 in here, but this is just like a bunch of supplies right here. Like, you have a lot. You have a lot, unless you're down to like 80 or something in like Act 2. Like, I say long rest more. It's gonna make your game easier. You're gonna have more spells. You're gonna go into fights just a lot stronger than, you know. Sure, some classes are better short resting, but I feel like if you're not long resting enough, it's making a lot of these encounters harder. If you happen to save before a fight, and I would say going into fights with long versus, like, you know, all beaten up, battle bruised, it just makes a huge difference. I wish I knew this. Like, I thought resting materials were going to be pretty scarce. D&D is not like one of those other games where you just grind infinitely and, you know, you go back to town, you heal up. There's a limited resource, but it's pretty available. It's pretty abundant. Number two, second tip, I wish I used more consumables. If you look at my inventory, there's just so much junk in here. Like, all these scrolls. Like, personally, I've been like trying to sell these scrolls just to get more gear, and sell the arrows and stuff. I wished I used more. Like, if I click this arrow button, I just have so many consumables that are readily available. And I just wish I used more of this going in. My next playthrough, my mentality is I'm going to use everything until I don't have it. And then for boss fights, then I'll struggle. And maybe that'll make that more fun too. Yeah, it's just, you get so much stuff in the game, and I feel like I wasn't really utilizing it. Number three, having a high charisma character talking to NPCs to sell. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen those tips videos, where if you talk to an NPC with a character with high charisma, and then you sell with another character, you get more gold. So I wish I knew that going in, because this game has a set amount of resources. It's not one of those like farm forever MMORPGs or ARPGs where you just keep farming infinitely. There's a set amount of enemies, set amount of resources, and it's just minimizing and maximizing like what you get out of the game. So getting more out of the set amount of loot that's dropped is amazing, and it lets you just be more, like, I guess, lavish with your spending style, and you don't have to be so frugal with consumables. So, you know, my previous tip, I wouldn't be selling everything if, you know, I knew gold wasn't a concern. You know, the rich get richer, I guess. And the final tip, the biggest tip ever, if I have to say, this will change everyone's playthrough from the early game. Respect Shadowheart. Right away when you get Shadowheart, she is a trickster cleric. Some people are going to be really good with her playstyle. She buffs, she debuffs, she makes like teams have disadvantage. I did not enjoy that. My comp is Turbo Cleave Unga Bunga. 3 melee characters, don't give a F. We go in there, we smash, we pick a fight with everyone. And I respect her the life domain, because, you know, I realized I was taking a lot of damage, and the heals would have really helped. The life domain has a passive called Bless Healer. So every time you heal, you actually heal for more. Whereas when I was playing Trickery, I wasn't using her spells to her benefit. I wasn't using Mirror Image. All I was doing was casting Heal. And that's such like an inefficient use of Shadowheart. And I feel like a lot of players, if you just respec her right away, you're just gonna get more mileage. It's just more straightforward. You can play the game. You can Unga Bunga to your heart's content like I did. Look at how insane this passive is. You gain hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's modifier. Healing others heals you as well. So you're tanking hits, you just heal other people, and you get healed yourself. And you can combine that with like what Pyrrha's Crown, Ring of Salvation. When I heal someone else, Shadowheart gets topped off right away, like instantly. It's amazing. There's some other synergies and combinations, but I'm not gonna go into those. I don't want to spoil. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I just want to get this out there. I feel like these are super helpful tips. I'm not gonna edit the video or anything. I'm just gonna, yeah. All right, thanks, guys. Peace.